See my screen. Can one confirm? Can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. 1 second now. For some reason, I think it's connected. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for confirming. Okay. So the last session, guys, I was discussing about I think this concept, right? How to prepare reusable SQL queries, right? And then the exception handling queries. Okay. So any queries so far? Okay, so far any queries on procedures? Hello.
No, sir.
Guys, can I? Okay. Yeah. Thanks for acknowledging this. Okay. Fine. So today, guys, I'll be going to, the first topic, row type, and then functions. Time permit, I'll go with the cursor. So first, I'll go with the row type. Okay. So if you want to understand the row type, then definitely you need to understand our yesterday practiced programs. So I'll be opening them. This is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? December 1st, right? Okay. I think, hope you're able to see this. Okay. So guys, hope you recall yesterday. Maybe I'll keep this queries on SQL prompt so that you can understand. Let me connect with this. Connect with this. Yeah, I'm connected. Yeah, I'll be dragging to my main screen. Okay. So guys, hope you everyone able to see my screen. And see if I say, maybe I'll go with this query. Yeah. So I'll go with this query first. Right. Okay. So guys, let me remove the into temp here. So what this query will return? If I say equal to 1, guys, what this query will return? Hello? Uh, Guys, I'm asking everyone what this query will return. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Alright. The very basic question I'm asking, why you guys are in a silent mode? What this query will return? Are you able to see the screen? I written one query.
No, sir.
Sir, no.
Oh, you're not able to see my screen.
No, sir.
The SQL
No,
prompt.
sir. No, sir.
Oh my God.
No.
Wait. I didn't shout, no. Like how I was shouting. Okay, chalo. Now, are you able to see the screen?
Sir, new
Okay.
one, new two.
What now? Come again?
Sir, it is a
See,
notepad file like new one.
acha. Then let me do this thing. Wait. Okay. Now guys, confirm. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was not showing you the screen and I was keep on asking something. I'm really sorry. Okay. Guys, yeah, I was asking this. What this query will return?
Then the name of the employee whose ID is one.
Correct. So now I'll be changing this. Yeah, what this query will return now?
Last name of an
Last
employee whose
name
One,
ID
sir.
equal to 1.
one. Yes.
Correct. And this is also, it. Okay.
Salary,
Right,
sir.
guys. Yes. Guys, do you remember yesterday we practiced these things to store this first name? We created a temp. Okay. Of what type? I'm asking what type we created.
Varchar.
So the
varchar.
answer is varchar. Okay, I think no doubts, everyone. Similarly, if I want to print last name also, again you take in a temporary variable, whatever it is.
Varchar.
Same varchar.
Varchar.
Okay, now the next question is, if I want to store a salary in a temporary variable, then what
Number.
type it is?
Number, sir.
Number.
Okay, everyone are aligned, right? Everyone are aligned, right? So if you see, our select queries are returning one column values, correct? One column value, that too, single value, then you are storing inside the a temporary variable based on the value, like James varchar, Gosling varchar, 44,000 number. Now, if I write this query, okay, if I write this query, right? First underscore name, comma, last underscore name, and like this. If I write this query, okay, if I write this query, now you'll get an entire row, correct? Right? Now you'll get, an entire row here, right? So guys, I was talking about this. So far, you're getting single values. Based on your single value, you're declaring your temporary variable type, temporary variable type, temporary variable type. Now, if you see here, we are getting a row, correct? We are getting an entire row, not a single value. And this row is belongs to employee table, right? This row is belongs to employee table. Now the thing is, sir, if I want to store this row, in a temporary variable, okay, what would be the type? So this is the question. If it is a single value, the types are varchar, and number. If I want to store a row from a table, now that we should create a temporary variable, but what type it is? So for this one, guys, the answer is you should say your table name, okay? You should say your table name, okay? And you should say percentile, and you should write something, row type. So I was discussing about this concept, guys. Row type. Okay. So guys, whenever you want to store a row in a variable, whenever you want to store a row, entire row in a temporary variable, the temporary variable type should be your table name percentile row type. So your table name is employee slash, you should say percentile row type. So this is what the first topic today. I'll rewrite our previous, the query example again today. Guys, I think I'll go with with or without exceptionally. Anything is fine, right, for you? Maybe I'll rerun this again. Okay, I'll rerun this again. So guys, see, if you see, I think I was not doing this. I know the project is executed, but since I was not seeing the output, I have not said this. Now executed. Guys, you can see here. I think my bad. This is actually how to show. Sorry, I'm really sorry. So I have to show this first. Oh, yeah, I think I can show you this. Sorry. Guys are able to see this. So what I was doing, I created a temporary variable of varchar type since I was storing a simple first name. Right now, let me rewrite this logic. Guys, now I'm changing my project name. Show employee data. Okay. Show employee data by ID. Or data is optional. You can say show employee by ID. Now, as I just now explained, here you should say your first name, comma, last name, or they simply you can write star also. Okay, star means the entire row. Now, if you want to store an entire row into a temporary variable, I just now explained, you should declare the type is your table name, percentile, row type, guys, as it is, you have to write it. If you write like this, then this temporary variable have a capability to store an entire row from the employees table. Sorry, the table name is employees. And where your employee ID equal to ID. Okay. Anyhow, this is an exception block. So I don't want to make you confused. So let's keep this as simple. Now, if you just print temp, nothing will work. If you just print temp, nothing will work. You should say temp dot first name. If you want to print the first name. So maybe, yeah. If you want to print the first name, Similarly, guys, you should always keep using the dot symbol, guys. Okay, you should always keep using, the dot symbol. Dot tells that, the temporary variable dot, which cell it is, which cell it is, cell it is. So if you see, I was using temp dot first name means, yeah, temp dot first name means James will be printed. Temp dot last means the ghost name will be printed. Temp dot salary means this 44,000 will be printed. So that's all about this. Let me quickly show you the execution. Execute, and let's say pass one. Let's say pass one and run it. Run it. Guys, you can see that this is what I was talking about. So let me have a quick recap that what I discussed so far. This is what you should ask me, sir, why? Okay, so the answer is, see, as I explained here, first you should say your table name. Okay, percentile, you should use row type. Okay, table name, percentile, your row type. So the reason why we declare temp is row type, because now the star is nothing but entire row we are getting. To store a row into a temporary variable, the temporary variable should be declared this way. Now, when you are accessing, you should use a dot operator. You should use a dot operator. So you can see the output. One employee ID, first name is this, last name is this, salary is this. Does that make sense? First topic today, when to use row type.
Yes,
Guys, I'm waiting acknowledgement from multiple people, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Now, maybe you have a doubt. Okay. Maybe you have a doubt here. So this is fine. If it is a single row, that's fine. But what if I not write the where class? What if I not write the where class? Guys, if I not write where class, how many rows you will get? If I not write where class, how many rows you will get?
All the rows.
All rows.
Okay, so you'll get all the rows like this, correct? You'll get all the rows like this, right? So this is your row one, okay, row two, row three, row four, like that, guys, you'll get all the rows. I'm talking about without where class. Okay, without where class, you'll get this many rows. Now the thing is, sir, how do I fetch row by row? How do I fetch row by row? If it is single row, you are using row type, that's fine. But how do I fetch row by row? So here, this is James details, assume. This is some John details. This is some Rhonda details. This is something, Justin details. Like there's no 4 people details. So how do I fetch row by row? I'll give a hint. Okay, I'll give a hint. Guys, you have an array. Okay, you have an array like this. You have an array like this. Okay, you have an array like this in Java or C, whatever it is. Now, question is, how do I fetch element by element from this array? Guys, I'll repeat.
Using
This
index.
is your array.
Using
Okay.
index.
index value.
No. Wait. This is element 1. This is element 2. This is element 3. Okay. I'll repeat. This is array which has a 3 elements. Now question is how to fetch. Okay. How to fetch element by element
For loop.
from an array.
For
Yes.
each loop.
Nice. Both are perfect answers. So you should say you said something, sir. We use a one mechanism. The mechanism is something, for loop. I hope everyone clear this question and answer. Hey guys, you want to repeat one more time? I'm happy to repeat. Can I repeat one more time? The only this array concept. Okay, for my sake, let me explain. For my sake, okay. So assume you have an array with some 3 elements. We know array elements accessed by indexes. Now, if there are 3, we can say 0, 1, 2. Okay. But if there are larger number of elements, then definitely, guys, you have to take the help of, a mechanism called for loop. So we can say for loop starts with 0. Okay. 0 and ends with size minus 1. Okay. So that is what the for loop will do here. So guys, this question and answer clear, everyone. Similarly, let's take the same use case, guys. Now here I'm talking about array now. Here say it's a table, okay? Guys, your array nothing but table. Okay. Array having elements, right? Like that, your table having rows. Everyone, everyone clear what I was discussing? Guys, both are same. I'm comparing array with the table. Everyone is following.
Yes, sir.
So in array, if you want to fetch element by element, we're using a mechanism called for loop. Similarly, you have a table with multiple rows. Okay, now same question is, the question is, I want to fetch, okay, I want to fetch row by row. Okay, I want to fetch row by row. I mean, at a time, one row I want to fetch. At a time, one row I want to fetch. Is there any mechanism? Yes. The answer is cursors, guys. The answer is something, cursors. So how I'm explaining here for loop is a mechanism to fetch element by element from an array. Similarly, cursor is also one mechanism in PLSQL. It is used to fetch row by row from a table. Make sense, everyone? What is cursor on high level?
Yes. So,
Yes, sir.
Sure. 100%. Guys, can I assume that now you have a context on what is cursor? Okay, I can see some thumbs up symbols. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I'll little bit later I'll explain the cursor, but before it, I want to explain one more thing. Okay, I want to explain one more thing. Guys, I think everyone clear when to use row type. I think this program yesterday only have forwarded. Yesterday only. If you go to the notepad file, class 22, December 1st. Okay. I think if you go to the second example, yeah, here guys, you can see requirement is, here you can see the requirement. Show all details of an employee whose ID is 1. See, this is already I have sent yesterday. Just have a look. Okay. Now let's jump to the next requirement. Guys, now my requirement is I want to show number of employees in a table. I want to show number of employees in a table. Okay. Tell me a select query. Tell me a select query. I'll write the select query here. Guys, you want to repeat the question? Hello? Man, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Respond now. I'm asking how to show number of employees in a table. If I run this query now, I'll get all the rows. But my requirement is I want to print how many rows are there. How many rows are there?
By using
It's a count, sir.
Then why are you taking this much of time? Very simple question, right? It should say count of star, right? And how to print the highest salary? How to print highest
Max
salary?
of
max of salary from employees.
Correct, correct. Max of salary. How to print minimum salary? You know, right? Right?
Minimum of
Minimum
salary from
salary.
employees.
Okay. Now you know how to print sum also, correct? So this is already we discussed, correct? Okay.
Aggregation.
Now the question is, guys, write a procedure to return how many number of employees in a table. I'll repeat the question and let's keep the procedure syntax again. Okay. Let's keep the syntax in. Create or replace procedure name means it should say procedure name. Okay. Yeah, procedure name. And here you should say parameter list, param list. Okay. And then in between as begin, here you can say your declaration section. Okay. Declaration section. Okay. And then, this is, initialization, processing, intelligent processing, and everything you can do, right? Processing, you can do it. Yeah. Finally, when you call it also, you should say execute space, your procedure name, and yeah, you should say here arguments. This way, you do it, correct? So guys, I'll repeat my requirement again. The requirement is create a procedure to return number of employees in a table. Create a procedure to return number of employees in a table. We know select query, right? We know a select query. But my question is, I want to create a procedure which will return the value, which will return the value. Okay. Guys, if you recall, if you recall, yeah, let me keep this. Let me keep this. Let me keep this. I'll show you the board. Yeah, guys, I can give you 1 minute, only 1 minute. Okay. So the question is, in C language, we use main. In Java also, we use the main. What is the difference? What is the difference? By looking, you have to say, what is the difference? What is the difference?
Data types.
Data type. Okay. That's it.
You're
Main
not
is a
importing any
method in
header file,
C.
sir.
No, I was talking about this one.
Return
So if
type
it is an
is
online, so main returning some value, right? Main returning some value, right? Whereas in Java, okay, main will not return anything. Okay, so it always should be void. I'm sure if you practice in your Turbo C, if you write void also it will work. Okay, so what I want to highlight in C or Java, in C we call it as a function. A function you can write a function you can write your own. Sorry, I'm talking about your own function. You can write your own function. You may return or you may not return. That's depend on your use case. Okay, you may return a value or you may not return a value. That's based on your use case, correct? Similarly, in Java, you can write your own method. We call it as a method. We should not say function. And that method again, you may return or you may not return the value based on your use case, correct? I'll repeat. In C, you can write your function. Okay, you can write your function. Okay, you can write one function. Okay, you can write one function that may not return a value. Okay, and that may return a value. Okay, now if you see one function written or nothing is written, and two function should return some value like this. Okay, so this is a flexibility we have in C. And in Java also, yeah, in Java also, guys, now they are called as methods. In Java also, you can write your own methods that may return a value like this and that may not return a value. You have two possibilities. But when it comes to, okay, when it comes to PLSQL, in PLSQL, we have two concepts, guys. One is procedures. Okay, that's what we have discussed since 2 days. Okay, we have a procedure concept and we have one more concept called something, functions. Functions. Okay, now if you want to do some logic, if you want to do some logic, and if you don't want to return anything, if you want to do something or some logic, and if you don't want to return, then always you have to go with procedures. But sir, I want to do some logic, and then I should return value. I should return a value. Then guys, you'll be going a concept called some function. So syntax is almost 90% same. Same. Here we're using procedure name. No? Here we have to use function name. But when you're declaring your function, you should declare what type of value you are returning it. What type of value you are returning it. Return space type, what value you are returning it. Same declaration section, same begin and end section, but before your begin and end, okay. So you can write your body and it should return the value. It should return the value. So there's the only difference between, because there's only one difference between a function and procedure. And one more is there. Yeah, you have to say is begin. Let me repeat. I think the same execute command also the same. Okay, execute command also the same. Just replace it with the function. So guys, let me summarize, and you can stop me after my explanation, please. So now actually I was talking about function versus procedures. I just now explained. In C, we have a concept called functions. You can create a function without return types. And suddenly when you come to Java, you should not say function, you should say method. Again, same behavior. You can write a method with and without return value. But when it comes to PLSQL, if you really want to return a value, okay, then you should go with a concept called functions. But if you don't want to return any value, then you have to go with the process. There's a main difference between procedure and functions. And when it comes to syntaxes, okay, when it comes to syntaxes, okay, the first thing, here you are using procedure keyword, right? Here you have to use function keyword. Okay, and yeah, that's the first difference. And the second difference is we use is as begin, right? Here we use is begin. And third difference is, and that's the main difference. Okay, you should write return space what type of value you're returning it. And the fourth difference is after your body completion, you must use a return keyword to return a value. So these are the, these 3 and 4 are, the main differences between your function procedure in terms of, coding. But yeah, I think the orally, I hope everyone clear. Guys, is everyone clear the different procedure and functions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me cross check. Tell me what is the difference, when to use procedure, when to use functions in BLSQL.
If you want to return a value, then go for function, sir. If you just want to print it, go for procedure.
Correct. If you don't want to return, okay, instead you want to do some work and you don't want to return, then you use procedure. Okay. Syntactically also, I think you're clear, everyone. Now let me repeat the question. I think 5 minutes back I asked this question. Now let me repeat the question. The question is, write a procedure or function and it will return the number of employees in a table. It will return number of employees in a table. Tell me guys, which one I have to pick, procedure or function?
Functions.
Function, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Right. Chalo. We'll get into the coding part now. Okay. This is the syntax, we know it. Okay. This is syntax, we know it. Yeah, help me guys. What should I write here? What should I write? Suggest me now. I want to print number of employees.
Number of employees.
Number of employees.
Can I say
Total
this way? Yeah, can I say this way? Total employee.
Sir.
Any parameters are required? No, right?
No, sir.
Because the
No, sir.
query itself.
You are printing all the rows.
I'll tell you guys. Now you have it outside. When to take parameters, when you do not take parameters. Yeah. Guys, this is a query we return, right? Do you really think that any values that are hard coded here in this query? Just look at the query. Am I hard coded anything?
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
So then you should not take the parameters. Just leave it. Okay. And what type of value you're returning it? What type of value you're returning
Number.
it?
Number.
Numbers.
You understood, right? You understood, right? Why you are
Count.
returning return? Because you're returning 7 is a count, right? 7 is number type, right? Okay. Yeah. And yes, if you want to declare a variable, yeah, you can declare it. So I'll be declaring something, EMP count as number type. Okay. It's a variable, yes. EMP count is a variable name. Now, yeah, we know the body. The body is nothing but this is your query, right? And now, yeah, tell me guys, how do I store this count into this EMP count?
Colon
Discuss.
equal to, sir.
No.
Into EMP, sir.
Remember, right? Select count of star into EMP count from employees. Now we'll get 7. 7 will be storing into EMP count. And that 7 guys, you have to return it. Make sense? Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But when it comes to, execution, you have to take a help of anonymous procedure this way. Okay. And directly you can use dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of, you can call your function name like this, okay. Let me create this. See guys, my function gets created successfully, right? Let's run this. Guys, you can see the output is 7. Okay. Now maybe we can practice one more also. I want to print highest salary.
Sir, we can directly print in function body itself, sir.
Yeah, we can. I was not saying, you cannot write DBMS underscore output underscore. I'm not saying, but the agenda of learning function, you should return the value. Now, whatever the value we are returning, I was capturing it, I was printing here. Understood?
So that we can use the result in another functional procedure.
Yeah, that will take again, lengthy code, right? So, yeah. So, guys, we'll go with one more example for functions. Okay, we'll go with, one more example functions. I want to return a employee name of a given employee ID. I want to create a function which will take parameter as employee ID and return the first name of the employee. Make sense, the requirement? Hey guys, make sense, the requirement?
Sure.
Okay. Can you help me the query code? Create,
Create or
replace all
replace
function name. What is the function name I can write?
first name.
Show EMP first name.
Return varchar.
By ID.
No. By ID, right? You should pass a ID here, right? ID in number, correct? Guys, are you following?
Yes, we got it. Yes, sir.
What you
Sir.
need to return now? What you need to return now?
Varchar.
Correct. You need to return the varchar, and then the variable name should be. Can I say EMP/FS first name, right? And should say varchar of some size. And tell me the query, guys. Tell me the query. Select
First name
First name.
first underscore name into EMP/FS from employees.
where ID equals
Correct. Where employee ID is
the ID
equal to
equals to
ID.
ID.
Correct. Right. So whatever the ID you are passing it. Now call your function. Call your function by passing one. Okay. By passing one. So let's create it. Think it has some errors. I was thinking that it has some size issues. Okay. Let me check. Select first name into. Oh, I think I was suspecting this. Okay. No, I think it's easy begin only. We just now run it, right?
Returns at first line.
Yeah, I did return Noma. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'll quickly check my existing code. 1 second. Okay. I got the one that I was creating. 1 second, yes, I'll test it. Yeah, it's running. Yeah, so I think I did this mistake. Sorry. So I'm sharing my screen back. Okay, so what I was doing is here, if you see create or replace function, this is a function name. And one more thing I forgot to tell you here, whenever we use procedures, we should declare the type, right? In or out or in out. And if it is a in, Okay, in function, it's optional, guys. Okay, it's completely optional. So here you need not to declare it. Directly written PID, number. And I think this is what I think I missed it. I think remaining all I did perfectly. So you can see, guys, the project is working fine. But I was suspecting with varchar also it should work. Let me check, guys. Should not be the case. I think something else that I did the change. Let me run it again. Yeah, see, it's running. I don't know what went wrong in the last example. See, I'm using varchar also. It's working as expected. Okay, maybe it should into EMPFS. Everything correct now. Same, almost same I written. Okay, fine. Guys, everyone clear? When to use functions over procedures?
Sir, we are not using declare
Sir.
block here.
Is it? Earlier, did I use declare? Oh, correct.
You were
I
just
think that
using is, sir.
might be correct. Right. I think that was went wrong. Okay, fine. That might be the differences. Okay, I forgot. Okay,
Param type also we are not using.
Taram?
Param type also we are not using, sir. That in out in.
That's optional. For only in optional, but if it is out or in out, it's mandatory, Deva. For only in, it's optional to declare it. Okay. Right. So guys, this is about function. I mean, there is nothing you need to learn on the function much because you already spent a lot of time on procedures. The only difference you should know, procedure we can take if you don't want to return anything, functions we can take if you really want to return something. Okay. Now, I think I have one more topic to discuss today, something, cursors, but I already given a heads up on cursors. Guys, tell me what is a cursors will do. I just now explain.
To fetch row by row data
Read
from the
row
table.
by row.
Correct. But definitely you should understand, right, on which purpose we use it. Maybe I can go with a sample example in Java first. Okay, I'll go with a sample example in Java first. Guys, please stop me if you're not clear. Okay, it's a simple Java code. I'll write it. Okay, very simple Java code. I can tell you this portion. Okay, sure, everyone can understand. That's not a big deal. Int marks equal. Okay, int marks equal. First subject marks is let's say 21. Okay, next 20, 23, next 24, and 25, and 26. So totally, there are three subject marks. Okay, three subject marks. Okay, 20, 21, 20, 23, 24, 25, and 20. Okay, so this is my marks. Now, guys, I'll give you the requirement. The requirement is just dummy requirement. Okay, so the requirement is if any subject we got below 20, I have to add 2. I have to add 2. That's my requirement. Are you clear the requirement?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. So first you should say for loop, right? And as explained, your index starts with 0, right? And your index ends with size -1. So then you should say mass dot length, right? And then you shall be doing I plus plus because you have to keep on increment the indexes. And then here this you have to write the logic. So what is the logic for it?
If marks of I is
Correct. If marks of I,
less than 20,
okay, yeah, less than 20. Case less than 20, there is no nothing is there, right? Let's take 22. At least, we can find 3 values. Okay. At least we can find 3 values. And for that values, what you need to do is, I was asking you, marks of I.
I plus 1.
Yeah. So just say marks of I plus 1, I was asking you to do it. Okay. Right. So guys, if any subject will get, less than 22, I'm adding 1 mark to it. Nothing but now 21 will become 22. Right? 21 will become 22. If you want to verify it, just say, let me print individually. Guys, let me print individually now, no issues. Okay. Let's try it. The expected was, 22. See, 22. Now what about this next value? Will it be changed? Next value, one value. Will it change?
Sir.
Third value, it will change?
No, sir.
Sir.
Okay. Let's run it. And guys, you can see, as expected, it's working or not. See? Yeah, it got incremented by 1. It got incremented 1. So it is not modified. It is not modified. It is not modified. Right? Wait. What happened? It 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, my bad. It's
Printing
not
6.
printing one more index. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, it will be 21, the last element. Okay. So guys, let me map you this, what I was trying to convey on this for loop. Okay. So already explained, but let me explain one more time. Guys, this is your array. Okay. Now here, using this for loop, okay, what you're doing now, first step, you're doing element fetching one by one, right? You're doing element fetching one element by element, you're fetching it. The second step, what you're doing here I'm talking about clearly here, what you're doing some update operation on it. Nothing but you're doing some modification, correct? Some operation you're doing it, modification or something, operation on it. So array has a lot of elements, and if you want to fetch element, and on top of that element, if you want to do modification, then you have to use for loop, right? Similarly, this is a table. Okay, this is a table. Let's say this is the ID. Okay, and this is the first name, and this is the last name, and the salary. Okay, ID, first name, last name, and salary. And this is an employee table. Okay, employee table, and this is a 1, 2, 3, and this is something. First name is, let's say, Ram, 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 and this is, let's say, Raj. Okay, let's say this is Ajay. Okay, and here you have some other values also, guys. Okay, so yeah, I'll be explaining the same requirement now. That's what I was explaining this. Okay, now guys, this is an employee table like your array. Okay, now your array has 6 elements, right? Now this employee has 3 rows. Okay, row 1, row 2, and row 3. Now my requirement is, guys, I want to print like this. I want to print like this. Tell me what I was doing it. Guys, what I was doing it. What I was doing it.
Fetching the name one by one, sir.
No. You should say, sir, here you're fetching row by row. Right? You're fetching row by row. And in each row, you're taking first name and you're making them into uppercase. Nothing but you're doing some modification on it. Understood, everyone? Array. Understood. The table has the existing data, Ram, Raj, Ajay are in lower cases. But here I'll be doing some modification. The modification, nothing but, I'll be making them, uppercase. Like, left side, how I was updating this values. Similarly, I was updating this one column values. In that case, guys, you have to use something, cursors. So a cursor is a mechanism. Okay. A cursor is a mechanism which will take the input as table. Okay. And it will fetch row by row. And if any modification on, you can do it. I mean, if you want to do it, you can do by using cursors. Make sense what cursor will do on high level? I know I was explaining the second time, but on high level, everyone clear what cursor is doing?
Yes, sir.
So what is syntax to create a procedure, ma? What is the syntax to create a procedure?
Create procedure name,
Create
parameter.
How to
procedure
create a trigger?
name.
Sorry, how to create a function?
Create
Create
function.
function name.
But your cursors will not have that syntax, guys. Okay, you're not creating something like procedure and function. You're not creating something. It's like for loop. Okay, but your cursor has totally 4 steps. Guys, your cursor has totally 4 steps. Please remember the by heart. I mean, please by heart this. The shortcut. Devo FC is a shortcut. Devo FC is a shortcut. D for declare your cursor. O for your open the cursor. Okay, F for fetch the cursor, and C for close the cursor, guys. Okay, so this is something your syntax of cursor, guys. On high level, your cursor has totally 4 steps, guys. DYFC is a shortcut, you can remember it. Okay, now I'll explain you what what we were doing in each section, guys. In declaration section, what we'll do in between. Yeah, this is, I think you're clear, right? In between open and close. This open and close is nothing but this flower basis, you can imagine. Okay, guys, line number 6. What I'm doing? Am I not fetching 21 first time? Am I not fetching 20 next time? Am I not fetching 23 next time? Hey, yes or no? Arey, man, confirm no. See, this is almost similar, guys. See here. Here, you declare your array name. Clear? Hey, for loop, you are declaring array name. Clear? I'm talking about this for loop magic. It's almost equal to the cursors. Okay, here, guys, you're declaring your array. This is step number 1. And this is you're opening your for loop. This is you're closing your for loop. And here you are fetching element by element. And anyhow, you're doing some modification here. You're doing some modification here. Does that make sense, everyone? DOFC here. Hey, guys, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's get into your cursor. Almost similar thing as we will be doing here. So let me explain in declaration section what we'll do. Okay. So in declaration section, guys, we'll write declare cursor, your cursor name, your cursor name, your cursor name as, and you have to tell that on which table it is. Okay, in which table it is. I mean, you're using cursor on which table? You're using cursor on which table? Nothing but you're using for loop on which array? You're using for loop, right? You're using for loop on which array? Similarly, you're using cursor on which table? That you have to write it here. And every time, you have to fetch row by row, right? You have to fetch row by row, right? Then you should say your table name percentage, row type base, you have to write it. This is today only we discussed, right? Just tell me what is the purpose of using row type? What is the purpose of using row type?
To store the entire row in the variable, sir.
Correct. That's what we were doing. And yeah, this temporary variable now store the data from this table. Now, guys, sir, what will happen in open and close? Yeah, guys, here in between open and close, what is how while loop will work? Guys, how while loop work?
While
I'm
the
talking about the
condition is true, it
statements.
will keep on running, sir.
When the statement gets executed?
The condition is true.
Condition is true.
Nice. So, guys, whatever I was explaining now, next to 2 minutes, that's equal to that's completely opposite to your while loop. Okay. Now let me explain while loop how it works. So how while work is, first the condition will be checked. If it is true, I mean until this condition true, this statement gets executed. I'll repeat one more time. Until this condition is true, this statement gets executed. Until this condition is true. Okay, but in PLSQL, we have one more loop called something, basic loop. Okay. In PLSQL, we have one more loop called something, basic loop. This will work completely opposite to your while loop, guys. Completely opposite. So what do I mean by opposite? Yeah, opposite in the sense, this basic loop will execute set of statements until the condition is false. Until the condition is false. When the condition true, then the loop will be terminated. I know you got confused, so let me repeat one more time. While loop, first check the condition, and until the condition is true, the statements are keep on executing. But what I was explaining in PLSQL, okay, there's one more loop. We already discussed while and for. we already discussed while and for, but there's a third type of loop also there, that is, basic loop. So basic loop is completely opposite to your while. So this basic loop will execute a set of statements until the condition is false. If condition false, statement is executed. Second time, if condition false, statement is executed. But whenever condition true, that loop will be stopped. So that logic, guys, that logic will be writing in between open and close. I have already given on high level what cursors will do. Now let's see, guys, one basic example so that you can understand. I want to hear the shortcut from you one more time. What is the shortcut we use for cursors?
DOF.
DYFC.
Defer,
Declare.
offer,
Open.
Open.
Cursor.
okay, effort,
Fetch.
Fetch.
okay, cipher,
Close.
Close cursor.
okay, nice. So I have a sample example for you. Okay, very not tough. It's very simple. Trust me. Maybe I can take you the example that I have just now shown you. Yeah. I don't need this guy. Yeah, I think we can keep this. Okay, guys, this is I was talking about. We'll go line by line. Are you clear the line number 1? Okay, let me ask this question. What is my cursor?
Name of the cursor.
Okay, and it is now taking the data from which table? By seeing this line.
Employees.
Employees table.
Now, if I write students, your cursor is taking the data from?
Students table.
Students table.
Nice, nice. Now, I created a temporary variable, but here, generally we declare the table name, right? But I declare the cursor name. Generally, we declare the table name, right? But I declare the cursor name. But your cursor is already pointing to the table now. Your cursor is already pointing to the table now. Now, similarly, same way, this cursor is also pointing to the same table. So now this temp stores a row from employees. This temp store a row from employees. Make sense? Line number 2. Please don't read everything. Guys, following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is your cursor begin, cursor end, okay? Cursor begin, cursor end. And as just explained the shortcut, O for open, C for close. See, you're opening your cursor, okay? And you're closing your cursor. Open your cursor, closing the cursor. Okay, this is also clear, everyone. Guys, D for declaring your cursor, it's done. O for you're opening it, C for you're closing it. Now you should know fetch. Now, just now explained, we have one more type of loop. Guys, this is your loop statement you can imagine. Okay, this is your loop statement you can imagine. And I'll be using some orange color. So this is, you can consider, condition. Okay, this is orange color, which I'm writing something. This is a condition block. Okay, so yeah, one more thing I want to highlight. This is your loop begin. This is your loop close. Okay, I mean basic loop. I'm talking about a basic loop in PLSQL. So this is a syntax: loop open, loop close. Now let's see, guys. Fetch. Guys, your fetching cursor means what? You're pointing to which table? Fetch cursor
Employees
means
table.
Employees
employee.
table.
In
Employee.
employee table, we have a 7 rows, correct? In employee table, we have a 7 rows. But whenever control comes here, okay, your first row is there, na? Your first row, you're storing into a variable called temp. Okay, guys, I'll repeat this line. Fetch cursor means your cursor is pointing to employee table. So simply you're taking first row from the employee table and moving into the temp variable. Is this line is clear? Guys, is this line is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay. Now, how many rows are there in employee table? How many
7,
rows?
sir.
7 row.
Now your cursor is fetching which row?
First row, sir.
First
row.
row.
After first row, is it going to end of the table? I mean, is there any next rows?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this condition block, guys, carefully observe. Condition block. Exit when, just tell me, is your cursor is pointing to not found? Read like a English, guys. Read like a English so that you will understand. Is your cursor is pointing to not found? You already cursor have a first row, but my question is your cursor is not finding any rows? Is your cursor is
Sir.
not finding any rows?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No,
No.
sir.
No means false. Okay? Don't get confused. No means false. Hey, you're already storing one row, man. So row means it's not, this condition definitely will become false. Now, as just now explained, this basic loop executed until the condition is false. Now your condition is false. So guys, here your first name will be printed. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Your first name, what are you doing?
Upper, sir.
Uppercase.
So this is the first time iteration only, man. This is the first iteration only. Now, second time, guys. Now again, fetch my cursor means which row will be fetched. You have to tell them.
Second row, sir.
Second row, sir.
Nice, nice. Second row will be fetched. Now, second row, you are moving to the temp. Now again, exit when is your cursor is not found or have a row.
Have a row, sir.
Then again it's a false. Second time also it's a false. Now your second first name also printed in uppercase. Okay. Now let me use blue color. And guys, this is the third time. Okay. Now third time, yeah, third row will be picked, and again the condition will become false. Third row first name also printed in upper cases. Like that, guys, it will show 7 times. After 7th first name will printed. Then guys, it will try to fetch the row. After 7th row I'm talking about. Now guys, your my cursor will definitely go to not found use case. Now, if you go to the condition, exit when my cursor not found, when my cursor not found, and in this case, guys, it will become true. Okay, it will become true because after 7 rows, no rows are there. Definitely reach to not found. Then, if the condition is true, as I explained, this will come out of the loop. When condition true, then comes out of the loop. Okay, so that's what, guys, how this cursor will work. Okay, now let me quickly run this cursor. So you can see all your first names in uppercase, guys. See, your all names in uppercase. This is something, what is cursor. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just go through the session, but on high level you understood. Guys, today I have completed function, procedures, and cursors. And there's a last topic, that's the triggers that I'll be discussing tomorrow as part of PLS. Okay, so please revise it. And I know they have very low priorities. That's the reason I was not giving multiple tasks to you to on it. You should have a basic knowledge in it. Okay, yeah. Any queries?
Sir, why are we using select star from employee, sir, while declaring?
Okay. In C language example, I declared marks equal to in flower basis 6 values, correct?
Sir.
It means you're telling to the for loop, hey, for loop, my array has this many elements. Okay, so please go over it and do modify it. Similarly, when you're creating a cursor, you have to tell, hey, cursor, this is my table which has this many rows. So go over each row and do some modification on it. That's what we do, select star. Clear?
Yes, sir. Instead of marks.length, we are providing select star from employees.
Correct. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Bye, guys. Good night.